Hi, Tim Qualls down right in the middle of Market Street, right in the middle of drive time traffic, and there's nobody down here. Hi, we're down here with Carrie Gray, and Carrie's with the Renaissance. You guys are really involved with everything that's happening, really, with the downtown revitalization, I should say.
Yeah, we are the Downtown Revitalization Group for Wilmington, and we're working today with TSN Publishing, and we're hosting the Market Street Jam event in the middle of the 900 block of Market Street in downtown Wilmington.
Yeah, when you're talking about that, I mean, I'm telling you, what a fantastic thing you got going on down here. And the crowd, I mean, it's right here in downtown, so you can come on out after work. Now, you're not going to run this. I guess this goes up until what time?
It's from 5 to 8 tonight, and we've got 2 live bands on stage, and food by Costa's, and beer with Twin Lakes Brewing Company, and wine with Australian Shoefly Wine. So we're really enjoying tonight. It ought to be a great time. People should be hopefully going away with a great feeling about downtown Wilmington after tonight.
Now, the whole idea of this, okay, because I think it's great, and we're going to plug everybody once again, too, before we leave, that they're involved with it and getting in support in downtown. But the whole reason for the event, what are we doing? I mean, what it's just, hey, here we are, come on down.
Well, you know, we're trying to make people remember that downtown Wilmington's a great place to have a good time, and we want to make sure that people come out of their offices and find something to do and eat in the restaurants and shop in the shops. And you know, it's baby steps sometimes when you're revitalizing a downtown, and so this is a baby step, and we're really hoping that you know, these events, it's part of the City Life Block Party series. There are 3 events total, and I think people will be reminded very quickly that downtown Wilmington's a great place to be.
Well, it piqued my interest because I don't get down as much as I used to, and I was totally amazed when I came on 9th Street, because we're on a block that I guess this is the art district, or what? Because everywhere I look, I'm seeing art, and you got special showings going on. So what is this block that we're in right here? Because it blew my mind.
Well, we're just a block off of Rodney Square, which, you know, is the center of downtown Wilmington. But you could say this is the art district. I mean, you've got the DuPont Theater just up the street, and the Grand Opera House down the street, and Christina Cultural Arts Center, and the Delaware College of Art and Design, all right here on Market Street. So there's a lot of art happening in downtown Wilmington.
I couldn't believe it, because you go around and you see different galleries and stuff like that. But if you come down, if you're looking to look at some great art, come down right here on Market Street, and you got shop after shop. When I say that, they got Jerry Garcia being shown right now. A lot of people know that. They would have been down here. I mean, it's unbelievable what you got going on downtown, and the way to get the information for what's happening downtown is you guys have a contact point, website and all that.
We do. We actually have a brand new redesigned website that's downtownwilmington.com. It also is the same website for citylifewilmington.com, and City Life is the magazine that we launched a year ago with TSN Publishing, and it's all about downtown Wilmington and the city of Wilmington overall, all about the neighborhoods, all about the restaurants, all about the shops, things to do, neighborhoods, people, everything about Wilmington is in that magazine. And you know, if you see a copy, pick it up, and you'll learn a lot about Wilmington. Because
everybody's aware that there's things happening down at the riverfront. I mean, we know that's going on, but it's what's happening between the riverfront and Rodney Square that's very exciting. And each block you go on, you see different things. You got I guess it's the Ship Tavern district going on.
Well, if you've been downtown in the last couple of years, you've noticed that the Market Street corridor has gone under some renovation, and that renovation is continuing in the 400, 500, and 600 blocks of Market Street today. And that work will be complete hopefully by Thanksgiving. So by the time Thanksgiving rolls around, Market Street will be completely open to 2-way traffic all the way from Martin Luther King Boulevard to Rodney Square. So it'll make downtown movable and much more pedestrian and car friendly for people that are coming to visit.
So easy access and plenty of parking on the street parking, as you can see, and plus the different parking garages you have associated that's within a block of Market Street. Like, we didn't want to come up here and fight the traffic and find a space, so we just parked 1 block away and just jumped up here. And it's just, it is unbelievable to me, the excitement. I'm waiting to see, you know, like Christmas time, all the lights and everything. I mean, I know you guys got that going.
Oh, that is the best time of year, I think, in Wilmington. You have the lights and all the trees. The lights in the trees at Rodney Square, the tree up in Rodney Square, and it's the best time to come downtown to Wilmington because it's just such a great feeling. But like you said, parking is everywhere, and one of the best parts about our new website, there's a parking map that you can actually go on, and it's interactive, and you can find a garage, you can find an on-street space very easily. So Parking is not an issue in downtown Wilmington.
And when you come down here, so many different restaurants within the city and things. There's so much to do, and it's going to get bigger and better and as time goes on. But you guys, you really, because this is a series of events. This is not just one event. You've been doing this for a while. Do you plan on continue doing it outside stuff like this?
We do. Our last event is coming up on Thursday, October 5th, from 5 to 9 p.m. at the Riverfront Park, and it's something called the Kalmar Races. It's benefiting the Kalmar Nickel Foundation. We're actually having 5 corporate teams race each other on the Christina River in the sculling boats that the Wilmington Rowing Club uses. So it's going to be a great event. Beer garden, live music, lots of fun on the river October 5th.
And we got that band blaring in our ears, but it's a lot of excitement going on. I think it's great, and I want to hear more. I want to see more, because I didn't realize a lot of this was taking place. And people, you need to check out the website and see what's going on in downtown Wilmington. And it's people like you, the dedication that you're doing, and the work is, because that's a lot of work just putting on this tonight.
It is a lot of work, and we've got a lot of people that have contributed to it. But we really do have to thank the Buccini Poland Group. They've done so much for the city of Wilmington, and they've really supported this series, and they're looking forward to the next event. They've got a team, and their team is throwing down some competition with the other teams that are rowing, and they're saying, we're going to win. So we're excited to see the races happen on October 5th, but we also have an email newsletter, and if anyone wants to keep up on what's happening in downtown Wilmington, that's the place to find it. So you go to our website and you can sign up for our weekly email newsletter. It goes out every Wednesday morning and it tells you what's happening that weekend and into the next week.
Yeah, I just keep thinking how this is going to go in the next 4 to 5 years and what's taking place. And now's the time to get involved and find out what's happening in the city, because you want to know a lot of the people that's going to be down here. This is going to be a great area to be in, and it's all for you. Website before we leave though, because there's people down here tonight. I see the Wilmington JCs down here involved with it. WJBR's over here. So there's a lot of sponsors coming in and helping you guys out.
There's a lot of community support for these events. We've had Buccini Poland Group and City Life Magazine. New Car has been a great supporter of this entire series. Colonial Parking, Saul Ewing. I mean, we've just had an incredible support. And then also Twin Lakes and Costa's by providing the food and beverage. And also, the JCs have been volunteering for this whole series. So it's just been an amazing team effort from everybody, and we could not be happier.
But don't you just love this time of the year? I mean, the weather's, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, it's nice. It's cool. Nice sweater weather night, as we say here in downtown Wilmington. Thank you so much, Carrie, for taking your time out. I know you got to get back to it. And we're going to wrap it up from here, but you definitely want to check out the website. I'm going to let Carrie give that one more time before we leave. And just say we got to go to commercial break, so the website, if you would.
DowntownWilmington.com for everything about downtown Wilmington.
And welcome to Save the Animals Adoption Center. I'm Crystal, the director.
And I'm Angie, the adoption coordinator.
Save the Animals Adoption Center is housed at Windcrest Animal Hospital, and that's where we are right now. And we're here today to show you some of our adoptables we have in-house.
So this is Max, and Max has been here for about 6 months. He came to us back in March. Max is about 3.5 years old. He is a Beagle mix. All the animals here have their own story. He came to us because his owners could no longer care for him. So they brought him here, and he's become part of the family, and he's very well trained. He's house trained. He knows basic commands, how to sit and shake, and he's just loving the camera right now. But he's very friendly, and he did come from a house with kids, so he is good with kids, but not, really young kids, but older. And yeah, he's just looking for a good home to go to.
And just give us a call, and we can set you up with an interview.
This is Hamilton. He's one of our other animals up for adoption. He's only been in the adoption center for about a month, and he is about 7 months old now. He actually came to us from one of our veterinarians, Dr. Montgomery. His friend moved into an apartment that didn't allow animals as their policy. So he was brought here, and don't know if you can hear him, but he's purring up a storm. He's very, very sweet, and he loves to be held and cuddled, and he gives kisses and hugs. Hi, sweetheart. Headbutt, but he's just really looking for a good home, and he's great with kids, pretty much great with everyone.
And he's like, listen to me while I talk to you.
No.
Hamilton.
So this is Georgie and Mr. Pibb, and we also have Toby here with us. Georgie and Mr. Pibb, they're about 15 weeks old. They were fostered by one of our technicians that work here at Windcrest, and they were brought to us when they were old enough to be adopted. So they're looking for a home. It would be great if we could adopt them out together, but, that doesn't always work, so go separate. They're both male, and they're up to date on all their vaccines, and super playful, and, just looking for that perfect home. And here we have Toby. Toby is about 3 years old.
3 years old.
Yep, and he's been in and out of the adoption center twice, but he does have some medical issues. So we're looking for someone who can spend some extra time with him. He is great with other cats and other dogs, and he's great with kids. But he's just looking for that good home that can really give him the attention he needs.
So if you're interested in any of the animals you saw today, please give us a call. I'm Crystal, the director, and this is Angie, the coordinator. And you can also see all our animals on www.petfinder.com. And Save the Animals Adoption Center is housed at Windcrest Animal Hospital. So come by and see all the loving animals we have for adoption.
And you should stop by. We're having an event on October 28th. It's actually here. It's going to be out in the front lobby. You can come and have your pets and kids, if you have them as well, bring them. Take pictures with the cast of Wizard of Oz. So that's going to be from 12 to 4. And so come on and stop by.
And proceeds benefit the adoption center. So come support the adoptable babies.
I'm standing out on a farm here in Greenville, and I got to go over here to Sam and start it with Sam because this is a unique story. But before we get to the story that I'm going to talk about, it's important to talk about your brewery because, another Delaware brewery company right here in Greenville. Tell me a little bit about it.
It's our name of our brewery is Twin Lakes Brewing Company. We started on April 13th of this year. It's on Twin Lakes Farm. This farm has been in our family for 7 generations. It actually dates back to the original founding fathers. George Washington apparently planned the Battle of the Brandywine on the edge of our farm here. And I'm very excited to have Scott Labredo be a part of our farm for here in the future.
Well, I was going to say, what a great way to not have to paint the barns anymore. I know farm boys.
That's not a bad thing, but I'll tell you, if we could paint we got a few more farms here, barns here that he could paint, and we really appreciate that as well. But we're starting right here at the brewery, and we're really excited about it.
Yeah, now this is something special because this gentleman over here, I'm going to go over here and talk to Scott, but Sam, don't go anywhere. I want to come back to you here in a minute because it's very important. This is something from the heart. Scott, I want to get that. I'll let you say that last name because I don't want to mess it up.
Lobedo, Scott Lobedo.
Yeah, and
nice
you're
Italian boy.
Yeah. Now you're an artist itself, not a painter, but an artist. You actually have a studio, do artwork, and what style you do?
My style varies. I'm very diverse in my styles and how I execute my paintings. Surrealism is one of my favorites, abstract, and I always kind of put an Americana twist to it,
But you've really put an Americana twist on this because this is something different. This is something you took up on your own, and I guess triggered by 9/11, being from New York and that area. That touched a lot of people's hearts and made different people do different things. One of the things that you're doing now, this is not funded. You're funding this your entire self and everything else, but you're going across America and painting rooftops with American flags.
One gigantic American flag on the roof of one building in every state.
And then you've so far you got a deadline. You want to accomplish all this within a certain amount of time and all this. You got started. When did it all start?
I started February 24th in North Carolina, and did all the southern states over to California, and then didn't know how I was getting to Hawaii, and the people heard my story, and they got me on a big old cargo container ship over the high Pacific seas with me and old Betsy here. Did a flag near Pearl Harbor, which is appropriate, and same thing, came back, then drove up north, took a ferry to Alaska, then came all across the northern states to New England, and worked my way down, and here I am in number 37.
Yeah, this is the 37th one, and you got a mission. You're knocking these things out pretty. I guess the first one, a few more days, and then this, because I guess after a while you kind of get used to painting American flag.
People think, aren't you sick of these colors? And no, man, I'm just not sick of it. It's the most beautiful piece of artwork. It's the most recognizable, piece of artwork emblem in the world, the American flag. I think it's beautiful, and especially what it stands for. I mean, in a nutshell, I'm an artist in America. I have more freedoms than most people in the universe, and men and women stepped up to the plate so I can, enjoy that freedom. So I'm just going around to say thanks. Yeah,
and what a great way to say it, because I know Sam and his family are not doing this because you have to go to a lot of places and trying to drive through and trying to find a rooftop. Now, Sam happened to find your story and read a little bit about it and said, wait a minute, if you're coming down here, I've got a 7th generation Delaware farm. It don't get any older than that in Delaware. So you've got that happening right now. What a great place to put it right here on this farm.
Exactly. I mean, it's the other thing is, like, nobody pays me to, says you got to come, I'll pay. I picked the rooftop. I pick it. I said to him, I said, if I don't like it, I'm going to go. And I fell in love with it, the whole location, the story, the history of it. And, I've done them in the worst neighborhoods in the country, and I've done them, and here I am in this beautiful, patriotic part of America right here, the first state.
Yeah, well, you don't know that George Washington didn't go over here and squirt on one of these trees while he's coming through here. Because you think about it.
It's the same one I squirted on.
Yeah, because you're out here on a farm. You're out here in the wilderness and everything, and a lot of history took place between, of course, the Maryland line and Pennsylvania and all that, and we sit right in the middle of it all. So a lot of it came right through here. So a lot of history here. You're adding history today because this is something that's going to be permanent for quite some time. I can't see Sam and them guys painting this barn again in the next few years, anyways. Because now, when you paint it, what kind of paint are you doing so you can hold up to the weather and all that? Is just outdoor?
It's the best. It's called a super paint, and it's a latex, exterior latex. And the good thing is with the shingles, the asphalt, it's a rubber. Latex is a rubber, so it locks in there. And then a couple of weeks from now, I told them I'll give them the name of the poly coat that you put on it. It gives it extra life, so that ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, but you're doing a tremendous job. Now, if you're interested in finding a little bit more about Scott and some of your artwork, I guess you got featured on the internet as well. See some of his artwork and what he's doing. And, of course, like I said, he's funding this himself or with a little help. And on the internet there's a site you can send a little bit of money, a couple of dollars here and there, help pay for some gas, because I guess you had a budget and gas went up a little bit. Cost you had to do without food for 2 or 3 days or something like that.
Down the Southwest, man, it was close to $4 a gallon. She was running on 4 cylinders, a big hole in the exhaust system. It wasn't pretty. But, so my website is creativepatriot.org, and you could see all the flags I painted, see where I'm going. And, donations, the businesses that I do, I tell them it's free. I'm doing it for free, but if you want to make a donation to me to keep me going, that's how I work, But I do not take any money from veterans. That's like taking my mother out for Mother's Day dinner and giving her the bill. So don't even think about it, veterans.
Yeah, but if you're out there and you want to help Scott out a little bit, I think he's doing a tremendous job. He's at 37 states. He's going to finish them all. He's got the deadline. He wants it done, but this year, by the end of December, I believe it is.
Yep. Arlington, Virginia will be the 50th state I complete in December, which is appropriate near the National Cemetery because, again, that's what this is all about.
Yeah, well, your father or anybody in the military? I mean,
uncles, a lot of uncles and good friends, and my grandfather was in the big one, and I come from that blue collar community in Staten Island where hardworking people and their flags are out all along the streets, so it's in my belly.
I can tell that good old Irish accent. But I'm looking at the truck, and you notice all the Twin Lake boxes in the back. No, because it's important I get over here and talk, if I could, too, one more time, Sam, because this is tremendous. I mean, you got to, for you to be able to have this done, it's got to be make you feel good yourself.
You know, I consider myself a patriotic person, and actually to be associated with Scott is a tremendous honor for me and our brewery. You know, we are all about fresh, local, and delicious beer, and to have a beautiful, fresh American flag, 13 stars up there in honor of this great state, which is the first state in America. We're just very proud to be associated with Scott and his creativepatriot.org. I think it's a wonderful thing, and I hope more Americans get on board and being patriotic and really support this gentleman, because he is doing something unique. It's a passion, and if all of us had a passion like Scott, this world would be a better place.
You told me you wish you had a passion, then you remember you do have a passion.
I got a beer. Oh man, the beer business, it's a hell of a passion, let me tell you. And for all of you who have not tasted our beer, get out to one of your local establishments here in the Delaware Valley and try our beers. We have our Route 52 Pilsner, our Greenville Pale Ale, and our Tweeds Tavern Stout in honor of the oldest tavern in the state of Delaware after the Tweeds family. So please get out and enjoy our beer. I think you'll like it. It comes from we only use fresh American ingredients, all from from American farms. We've got a fantastic water source here on the farm, all on our ground. And, you know, this is one of the watershed areas here on this farm for the Hoops Reservoir, which is the water for our city of Wilmington, and also for the Brandywine River. So we think we've got a great product, but I really want to put the focus back onto Scott, because what he's doing here is an amazing project. We're just so proud. I'm so proud he drove up my driveway with this truck, and when I saw, I mean, you just fall in love with this guy. Look at him, you know, and but you know, I'm just so proud and to
be associated. I was tickled to death. I mean, this wasn't something we planned and everything, because I heard about it about a half an hour before we arrived here. Munchie called, said, "Hey, we got this guy that's in here," and she explained to me. I said, "We got to do it. We got to be there." So we dropped some things that we were doing and got right over here.
Thank you very much for doing that.
It's important for Scott. I mean, you know, because I know Delawareans, and I should say True Bloods, because that's what you would be, True Blood. You know,
thank you very much. I guess that's an honor, you know. To have
that. They take pride. They're very proudful people. It kind of reminds me. That's why I don't get you know, too far away from home, because Texans are the same way, you know, and very proud people. And Delawareans, when you get to that true Delawarean, they really care about the communities and the things that's happened in history, and being a seventh generation family, to have Scott come in here and do that. Once again, that website, because I guess that's how you discovered it. What a great website to go to.
Yes, it's creativepatriot.org. Please go there and give Scott a donation. He's on the final leg of this tour, and we all should get out there and support him. Can I add one more?
Oh, you can go.
You can also say go to Twin Lakes Brewing Company or twinlakesbeer.com and see our website as well. And we're open for business to the public on Wednesdays between 4 and 7 and Saturdays between 12 and 4. Please come out and take a tour of our brewery and test our beer, and we'd love to have you here.
Well, just to show you how the patriotic stuff works and everything, because since you did what you did, we're going to step it up a little bit more. We're going to come back. We're going to go into your brewery and everything. We're going to give you a good, detailed information so folks can come up here and visit and find out a little bit more about your brewery. But we want to thank you so much for your time and doing what you're doing. Let Scott come out here.
Thank you very much. And again, thank you, Scott,